Welcome to Quickly Checking a VPAT. After receiving a VPAT, always check that it covers WCAG 2.1 Level AA and if the Accessibility Conformance and Remediation form needs to be completed. Let's look at some examples. Here is an example VPAT with product information redacted. The title is Accessibility Conformance Report Revised Section 508 Edition. Section 508 is a red flag because Section 508 only requires WCAG 2.0 while we need WCAG 2.1. The bottom of the page says Applicable Standards/Guidelines. The following page has a table with the information. The Standard/Guideline column includes Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 and Revised Section 508 Standards published January 18, 2017 and corrected January 22, 2018. Because Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, or WCAG 2.1, is not included, this VPAT is not acceptable. Here is another example with product information redacted. The title is Accessibility Conformance Report WCAG Edition, which is a good start. Page 2 has the section Applicable Standards/Guidelines with a table of the information. The Standards/Guidelines column has rows for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.0 and Web Content Accessibility Guidelines 2.1. WCAG 2.1 is listed, so now look at the second column in the table titled Included in Report. The WCAG 2.0 row says yes next to Level A and Level AA, which is needed. It says no next to Level AAA, which is okay. WCAG 2.1 row says yes next to Level A and AA, which are also needed. After verifying that the WCAG 2.1 Level AA is met, determine if the vendor needs to complete TBR's Accessibility Conformance and Remediation form. The VPAT will have tables with 3 columns: criteria, conformance level, and remarks and explanations. First, check the remarks and explanations column. There should be an explanation for each criterion. At a minimum, it needs to be included for any partially supports, does not support, and does not apply criteria. No need to read them, just verify they are there. Next, look at the conformance level column. If any say partially supports or does not support, the Accessibility Conformance and Remediation form needs to be completed, addressing each of the criteria that say partially supports or does not support. You must check all tables covering WCAG Level A and Level AA. Some tables will include WCAG 2.2 criteria, but they will clearly state that they are 2.2. You can ignore these entries. A quick recap. First, verify the VPAT covers WCAG 2.1 Level AA, which will include WCAG 2.0 Level A and AA, and WCAG 2.1 Level A and AA. Second, obtain a completed Accessibility Conformance and Remediation form for any criteria with a conformance level of partially supports or does not support.